Hey everyone, quick update for Wednesday, December 18th, FOMC day. Oh my goodness, did it not disappoint? What a day. Here's the 5-minute chart of SPX today, just to give you a little flash of what happened. The daily chart looks like this, by far the biggest intraday sell-off of the year. One of our members posted August 5th, SPX dropped 160 points. July 24th, it fell by 128 points, but those were including, that's from the previous close, so it included some overnight gaps. Today, by far, biggest intraday sell-off of the year. And it just sold into the close. You can see some individual stocks as well. Tesla, which has been the beacon of strength, down over 10%. Coinbase down 10%. MSTR down 9.5%. So just some big sellers. The S&P futures down 3% plus. NASDAQ futures were down over 4%. Russell futures, which have bounced a tiny bit, they were down over 5%. Just a monster sell-off in one day. Gold sold off as well, a couple percent. Bitcoin down over 5%. So just some big red reactions to the Fed decision today, which I didn't really listen to much of it. I mean, I guess the market was looking for something more. I don't really know. I don't really pay attention to the details, but rates got reduced 0.25% as expected. But something was said that the market didn't like, and it sold off. Or we've just been on such a monster rally, it was a little bit of profit taking. So I don't get too caught up in the whys, just follow the price action. All right, so that's kind of a high-level overview of what happened. What did I do today? I mentioned yesterday I have really 3 FOMC trades. The first one is a ratio diagonal that I do in the morning, and I put that on, and within about 30 minutes, I hit my profit target, ended up booking $3,600. Now, we played a lot of what-if games today. We were on a live stream from the FOMC meeting all the way through the close. And I typically don't like to play the what-if game because it's really toxic to the mental side of your trading. But we played a little what-if today. And it was kind of like, well, what if I would have held this position? And on a day like this, it's kind of fun to dream. But here's the reality. I hit my profit target, booked 3,600, and followed my rules. So no regrets. But I mean, just a couple hours later, that trade would have been worth 15,000. So that was the first what if. The second what if was my FOMC Iron Condor. So one of my FOMC trades is right before the data is released. I put on an Iron Condor, and what normally happens is you get a pretty decent volatility crush, which helps your position, and price usually doesn't move too much yet at that point. And so you book profits, and then I take it off right after the press conference starts. Well, today, as you can see from the price action, here was the data release. Here was the first 10 minutes, these 2 bars. So I got stopped out within about 10 minutes. But I got stopped out on just the short options, and I kept the long options. And so my long puts continued to pay, and I kind of scaled out of them as price continued to go lower. Now, here's the other what if that we played. So here's the Iron Condor that I got into. And so on the put side, it was the 60.35, 59.75. So I was down about $3,100 was my loss right when it got stopped out. But I had these long puts. I had 6 of them, and it was the 59.75. And you can see right here, I paid 22 cents for those long puts as part of my Iron Condor. The what if game was, what if I had held those to the close of the day? So these are the 59.75 puts. Now it's deep in the money, so wide bid ask spread, but about $105. So from 22 cents to $105 is what they would have been worth. But what I did is I got stopped out of my shorts, scaled out of my longs, and I got out of my last long put at $5. Could have been 105. I got out at 5. But that's okay. I reduced my loss significantly, so it was only down about $1,300 on that. And then my last trade was a long strangle after the press conference starts that booked a quick 35%. Of course, again, that would have been worth a massive amount had I held longer, but again, followed my rules. So booked 3,600 minus 1,365 and then plus 880. So whatever that is, made a couple thousand today on my 3 FOMC trades. Also made a $600 profit on a quick day trade in Meta before FOMC. So I'll take a morning trade. So I got short on this Mighty 90 in Meta right here. Caught a couple of red bars and got out, and then I was just done. I thought we would chop before FOMC. We actually had some pretty wild price action leading up to the announcement, and then of course the real action came after the announcement. So that was the day. It'll be interesting to see what comes in for the rest of the year. I mean, that's a monster sell-off. Santa has, maybe Santa's rally came early, or maybe Santa's rally is still to come. We don't know, but we shall see. The one thing is VIX, which was in the 14 handle yesterday, got up above 28 today, so literally doubled in a day. So pumped some volatility back into the market. It's going to pump some juice back into the options, so there'll be some premium to sell. And so that's a good thing. So look forward to tomorrow. Look forward to the rest of the week and the rest of the year. Hope everybody survived the flush and didn't get caught in anything too bad. So have a good night. Talk to you soon.